This game is quite unique with its beautiful art style, relaxing ambience, and on top of that being a city builder, which is my favorite type of game to play. It has been officially released since last week. Let's start a new game and explore it together.
Life used to be nice here, but nowadays it's so crowded. Smoggy streets, noisy factories, the smell of sewage on the air. What if you could do it your way? How would you design your perfect place? From bakery to park to cozy home and everything in between. Let's leave to start a new community. Somewhere green, somewhere nice. Others will surely follow when they hear of it. Well, you'll have to roll up your sleeves first, but with a bit of effort and an eye for planning, you'll soon develop this spot of land from countryside to town. And from town to city.
What a beautiful intro. It really captures the spirit of the game. And here we go. The train is leaving. We get the usual controls, like in most other games. Nothing unusual here. And we're now in sort of a tutorial. Let's build 3 houses and connect them to the station with a road. There's an economy. They cost $100. So we have a lot of choice of where to put them. Maybe we start with some next to the train tracks. Some row housing, all next to each other. Keep it simple in the beginning, but don't be fooled. This game allows for a lot of creativity. Next up we go over to the roads. And the road building tool is just incredibly amazing. We can choose different surfaces. For now, let's just start with brick. We can change the size to however large we want to, and then just draw it in however we please. This is a straight line, but we can also make it freeform. Just have it go wherever we want to. Just like that. And the great thing is, maybe there's supposed to be a plaza here. We can just draw a road, and now we have a plaza for the whole town to meet at. What a beautiful way, and what creativity this gives. Let's hit next. Oh, and here we have our first citizens arriving in the city. One family with a kid. Still quite lonely out here, but I'm sure that will soon change. We can assign this family to a home. Let's give them that first house right here. So this house now has people living in there. Now we can also see the economy. We have $2,700, but it's not like we can stack up infinite amount of money. There is a maximum. There's research points. And we're already earning some money each day. Let's do as the game wants us to do. Click on the house. And here we can take a look at the family. There's different decoration points, and they also need a job. So let's build a market stall. Let's build it right here on the main plaza. And apparently we can't build it here since it has to be closer to the homes. So then let's build them directly at the homes. 2 of them, so there's some variety. And I guess once we're here, we can already start expanding the paths we have. Or I guess when they're so small, let's just have the dirt paths. Maybe one going all the way here to the lake. You can just imagine people walking there. There's even a plaza surface. Let's try that out. It's not too different to what we already have, but it looks nice. And there's a new family. We can assign them a new home, as well as assigning jobs in these places. What a great place to be. And now they're complaining about the next thing. So it not only looks beautiful, but there are mechanics behind it. In this case, mechanics of providing services to citizens. Let's place this warehouse on a rather back street. Look at this beautiful build animation. We build out another road to that warehouse. And the dirt path on the other side. So people can walk here. And of course that warehouse again needs citizens to live there. Or to work there rather. And now we can see the mechanics of things being supplied and covering all these shops. Apparently the storage house can't deliver to here, but that's because there are people missing. We got the basics covered. And we have more people who want to move in. So let's just build another house. Multiple of these areas, so we have more people to assign. They're already waiting over here at the train station. Click on them, you get a house, and you get a house as well. Let's click on that. Access to multiple different shops greatly increases the happiness of residents. Currently they are 69% happy because of decoration and population density. That's great. And each house earns more daily income with each shop connection. That's perfect. And we can start decorating. This is what this game is really about, and this is what makes it unique. Of course, we want street lanterns in places where it makes sense, next to a shop, next at these kind of intersections. One over here at the warehouse. Of course, the train station needs some. And the plaza as a whole. We can add a well in the middle of the plaza. People can get water here. And I'm not sure if we have enough space here to fit it. I'd like to add a fence between the houses and the train station. Just so the family here that has kids, they don't run into the rail lines. I wonder if I can connect this up. Not really. But it definitely works out. The kids here can get a slide. Maybe like this. Add some flowers in the backyard. Maybe a bench for the parents to watch their children. And some more trees to fill the nature. How nice is that? Quite a cozy place, indeed, and all that comes from your own creativity, what you're trying to build. Let's hit next. We're getting more tasks. We can see why people are happy and unhappy, and people arrive only if happiness is above 60%. Right now we're good with that. There's child bonus, there's food bonus, so many more things. Now it gets even more special. There's a research center. Let's place that right here at the main plaza. This is kind of like a university or a busy place. We can build only one of that. And it needs to have workers assigned to do research. And with that research, we can unlock many more decorations. And we'll see it here in a second. I have a person assigned to research. Now we're also building up research points. And we can take a look at the research menu. We can get the fish stall, as well as other things that will expand as our city grows. So that's kind of the milestone system. We need certain amount of people to upgrade our city. What a nice place. And there's so many people waiting here. We can see on the top left how many workers we have available. Let's spend a lot of work on research for now. And next we need to get back to building more homes, since our city seems to be really popular. There's currently no home I can further assign. But now as they're being built, you get this home, you get the next home. And here is where we need to balance everything out. These stalls are now overproduction, but we also unlock the new fish stall. Let's put that down here as well. We can also increase the capacity of these stalls by adding workers to them. And I think we should also add workers to the warehouse, though if it's over capacity, they're just sleeping and not really doing anything, so I can remove that. Right now, apparently the main goal is just to grow, and that's something we can certainly do, but we need to do it organically, drawing in some more dirt paths, maybe laying out how this entire thing works. Let's build out a road that cuts here through the mountain, and then we can outline the dirt paths where we imagine that people will be walking. And after that we just need to redraw, but the great thing is this road mechanic here works really great. And now we can just get back to adding, well, a whole neighborhood with tons of homes. I'm gonna leave some space for decoration, but we can really move in many people right here. Also many more people are arriving. And at the same time we're getting research points, which we can now already spend on buildings decoration. This is one of my favorite things in the game, because it just has so much variety. Let's look at one of these homes here. There's a family living, and of course we can go to decorations, such as a plant. We can place it next to the building, but with building decoration we can also put it on the building. That's quite nice. But we can also place it on the walls. We can put the plants here on the balcony. This is so great. We can change the variety of it. It just changes wherever you put them. This must have taken so much effort to get right. I can even place like a bench here behind the window. And we can also be very creative with the fence. because it connects up to the buildings. And we can just be as creative as we want to be. Of course, right now we're quite limited with the amount of decoration we got. But as we progress and as we unlock more, we're getting more decoration. So here, flowers and plants, we can unlock that for 100 points. That gives us a lot more choice, like these sunflowers. These we can't place in a building, but maybe this kind of bonsai tree. Let's place it here. Some potted flowers. We can even put these on the windows. How nice is that? They can fit on the walls. We can even randomize it so the colors are not too repetitive. Even on the warehouse. Wherever we want. We're in control of the city. And that's just amazing. We can build an archway here. That's actually... Where do we want to build this? Let's try to build it here at this dirt path. Because I can probably... Can I put flowers on this archway? No, I can't. But we can still make it look very, very unique. In the meantime, more people arrived. Let's get them into homes. And like that, we are growing and growing. Every once in a while we need to build more homes. And if we look at it, our city is already getting really, really crowded. We need to make sure that we keep up decorating, because otherwise this whole game loses its spirit. But that's what it is about. It's not about trying to be fast or building the largest city as possible. It's just about seeing what you can come up with and building things that are fun. And here, let's build another well. This house can get some special bonsai trees. There's even now a big wooden arch. Maybe we can put that right here where everyone needs to go through to exit the plaza. Can I put any flowers on that one? I'm not too sure. But, oh, I just realized I can hit lanterns on buildings. And look, if I place it above the doorway, this is how it looks. So there's probably so many things to discover that you don't know unless you play the game. Because, I mean, how would I know where I can place all these flowers? There's so many choices. And I'm quite sure even if you play this game for tens or even hundreds of hours, you might even discover some new things. A family with a trade has arrived. Desires a house near a cliff? Yes, we can provide that. This house has plus 20 cliff. That should make them even happier. And then the other one is just a normal family. Let's put them in a normal house. I also have a seafront house, maybe for fishers, and some more cliff homes. We are very close to getting to the next milestone. But we should also take a look at what we can research. We can get some more stalls, a fruit stall, and very soon a vegetable stall. I have so many people over. Let's assign more of them to research. That way we can get even more. And look at all these people walking here. So nice to see. This is really one of the few games I like to play on slow speed. Yes, I could speed it up to double or triple the speed. But we're on day 3 There's so much fun, there's so many things to do, and it just feels right to play it at a slow speed. Why would I want to play it at a faster level? So next, let's add a fruit stall. Of course, that needs some assigned workers. And now it also needs to be supplied by the warehouse, so the warehouse needs to be upgraded. There's another new icon. Desires a house surrounded by decoration from the light source category. We can make that better. Let's give them this house right here. I can choose the category. I only have one thing as an option here. But I can give them tons of lights wherever they want, even on the back. But let's give that also a purpose, not just spam the lights. Maybe they want to have a bench here in the back where they can chill in the evening with some lights. That should give them the bonus they want. Let's take a look if we can get them. Yes, so this house now has plus 20 lights. And then we get 2 more families in right here. There's more workers required. And we're now just 1 house away from the next milestone. It gets more difficult and difficult where to place them, because you really don't want to spam down too many buildings. But you can if you want to. If that's what you want to do, you have that choice. We're just now waiting for 1 more person, and maybe we can look back in the laboratory. Let's unlock the vegetable stall. Place it right here. Can we fit it in between some of these homes? Maybe we can give it a small recess, just like that here. That gets a custom dirt path. How about that? It gets some workers. And we can see the people in our town are really happy. They don't like the amount of work decoration yet too much, but the rest is very, very great. And here the next train arrives. This will put us at the next milestone and allow us to upgrade the village. For that, let's unlock trees and bushes. Let's see what that gives us in terms of decoration. Just some smaller plants we can line some of these paths with. This is kind of building like a hedge. What a nice way to do it. I guess here there could be a path going out to the lake. And then I'm just gonna continue with this. Maybe here an entrance for people to play. And build it further out. There's no real purpose of it, apart from decoration gives positive modifiers. But this here is just to be happy about one's own build. Now we reach the next level. We can upgrade the town from dwelling to some other level. Let's see what happens. Oh, the train station seems to be getting an upgrade. Oh yes, that's a reason to celebrate. And everyone gathered too, so city is growing. I mean, it's not a city yet. It's still the town. The city we still have to reach. The city has been upgraded to stage 2. We get apparel and new research. And now a woman wants to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
She...
Oh.
Oh, and it seems like we can now get a mayor's home. Where do we want to build our own home? maybe at the lake. I mean, just imagine our own villa here overlooking the lake. Could also go on the cliff up here, but maybe that's a bit too dystopian. So let's just choose the lake here. This will be the mayor's home. And then there's just like a sand path going over to it, to that entrance. Of course, there need to be lights. Maybe there's a bench on the seafront. And we can decorate the mayor's mansion with some lights as well. We want it visible from all the places. And so it doesn't stand this alone. Let's place in a whole forest here. That should be great. And we got our first mail. Let's take a look at it. We have Magali here. Oh, she wants a tailor. She wants fashion. I guess that's something we can do for you. Let's build out some of the road infrastructure we already have to make another major line where we can develop our city to. I guess this makes sense. From high up, this really looks good. So let's give the tailor a go. I think we might first have to research that in the research lab. Let's go for it. We can increase the reach of our stalls and then also the clothing store. I think that's what was asked of me to build. So let's get here. Where can we find it? Oh, it's here, apparel, clothing store. Let's fit it here at the main intersection, but also make it better reachable by adding some more footpaths in between. People can walk here and reach it. Apparently they can't walk on this small road I just built. Let's make it a bit bigger. Maybe, yes, that helps. We can see the reach getting updated live, and now this clothing store reaches the entire town. How amazing is that? We need to increase the workers in many of our stores. But we have enough people for now. And there's currently even no available homes. So let's get a few more homes where we can and get back to research with set clothing color. I think this is quite a unique one. because now somewhere we should be able to set the clothing color. I'm not exactly sure where. There's not a special building for it. It's somewhere in a menu. First, let's assign these new people that we have in our town and provide all the jobs that are required. Oh yes, here it is. Towns for clothing color to red. And now look at that, she's even wearing red in the thing she speaks to us. You look stunning. That even gives us money. And if we look at the people here, I think that they will now be wearing more red than before. That's really fun to see. So our city is definitely expanding. Some of the next research items would be fountains of the season, the butcher, the park decoration, and then so much more. It's really fun to see the city grow. I mean, let's go for butcher right now. Build it right here in the city center, in the middle of the square. Can we do that? How does it handle this road? The road just goes through it, but we can just make it work around it here. Maybe this will become a plaza as well. It's like some smaller-ish plaza. Why not? Oh, this requires a lot of people. They all want the meat here. And I got new posts.
Oh.
Let's take a look at it. Every tree in the neighborhood looks the same. They want pine trees. Or maybe spruce. Or maybe spruce trees. That's interesting. So I just got another item. Pinning for pines. Can I set this and then... Yes, so now we can build a forest out here with pine trees. I already built out the rough area. How great is that? The mayor's home is in a forest. Behind it there's the city, and the people are happy about the pine trees. Pine trees, aren't they just the loveliest? It's so much more forestry. And it gives me another bit of money. I'm pretty sure at some point we can add boats here. So there's so many things to do. With that, I'm gonna leave it for this video. I'm gonna leave it up for your inspiration. There's one more thing we have, which is overlays. We can see the income per housing. Some houses are losing money. Happiness, citizens' happiness, buildings beautification, house desirability. So there's so many more things to explore. I'll urge you to do that yourself if you want to see more of this town. If you want to see us explore more of this game, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of the game. Don't forget to subscribe for more city building content. Thank you for watching and happy gaming.